Alright, today we're going to show you how to make your headlights go from this to this in a simple, cheap way instead of buying the kit from Walmart, which is for the good one that actually does anything, is 25 bucks. Actually, this is a lot cheaper than 25 bucks. All you need is some polishing compound, a rag, some dish soap, a cup to put the dish soap and water in. You need some 2500 grit sandpaper and some 1500 grit sandpaper. Basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to mix some water and soap in, some dish soap, and you're going to want to get the headlight nice and wet with it. Remember, you want to keep your headlight wet when you're sanding it, and you just sand the hell out of it. Now you see all the oxidation coming off? And just sand like hell. Remember to protect your areas if you don't want your car to be sanded in those spots. This car doesn't matter because the front bumper and all that stuff is going to be repainted. You just sand it. Remember, keep it wet. If you don't keep it wet, you can actually, it creates too much heat and it won't turn out properly. You got to keep it wet. The soap lubricates it to keep it from getting too hot. You just want to sand it for a little bit. And you can see all the oxidation coming off. Mind you, you can buy a pack of this sandpaper really cheap for like 5 bucks at Walmart for this sandpaper. You probably get all of it for like 5 bucks. Or you go to AutoZone and buy the smaller packs. You really only need one piece of it. Or most people would have this stuff just laying around. I'll just sand it. Remember, keep it wet. Keep it wet. Okay, you'll know when you're done sanding because it'll get real smooth. The pet sandpaper will move across it really easy. That means you're about done sanding with the 1500 grit. And you're going to want to wash it off a little bit. And you can already see your oxidation is actually going away. But if you let it dry for a minute, you'll see that it'll actually turn white again. You can see how your headlight's all white now and it looks like shit. And you're going to take your 2500 grit sandpaper, a lot finer. Remember, the key is keep it wet. Keep it wet with soap. Just like wet sand in a car. And you sand like hell. Basically, all you're gonna do is refining your scratches, so it's easier to cover up, so you don't see the scratches when you polish it back out. Now, mind you, you can actually do this with glass also, like your windshield if you've got overspray on it, or a few chips or scratches or whatever. You can actually do this, or if your glass is really dirty and you can't seem to get it clean, you can use this same process on a piece of glass for a lot cheaper than what anybody would charge you or buying a kit for. Okay, so that's about done. Rinse it off here. Make sure you get all the soap off here. You can already see how good that looks already. Now you want to grab a towel, just dry the area off the best you can. If you have an air compressor, use that, but I'm not going to dig mine out to do that. So I'll just use a towel that's available. Okay. You just want to make sure the headlight's dry before you start polishing it out. Got a different towel. Okay, pretty dry, looks pretty good. You're gonna grab your polishing compound, and this stuff's like $3 for this big old tub of it. Take your rag, and don't be scared with it, 'cause it's a lot better when you have more. It's just like waxing a car, just polish it, basically just polish your headlight. Now mind you, your scratches are this way, so you do want to go this way a few times too to get those scratches filled. And the longer you polish it, the clearer it's going to get. So you want to polish it. See how the polish is starting to disappear now. Okay. Take your towel, wipe off all the excess. Now look how clear that is now compared to an oxidized headlight. Looks 10 times better with 10 times cheaper. And all you gotta do is 10 minutes on each side and they're defogged.